This is Big Boy. The New York.
What are you? What? Are you getting all mad? You're the one that's like, hey, everybody get down here, we gotta help her out. And now you're like, what are you doing over there to make me mad? I didn't do anything, I'm sitting here.
Okay. Okay. Is she coming home now?
Huh? I don't know where she's at.
Okay. I just heard something. This is Big Boy. Big Boy was currently just rescued by the New York Bully Crew. He's amongst 100 other dogs that are currently waiting to go to a loving and caring home. I'm sure everyone here has either rescued an animal or knows somebody who has rescued an animal. Just like your dog once was, Big Boy is currently sitting in a shelter all alone waiting to go to a loving home. I myself have rescued a dog. We rescued him off the streets of Cleveland. We also have another dog. Both of my dogs are in the bully breed category, which is why the New York Bully Crew and their mission is one that is near and dear to my heart. The New York Bully Crew is a non-profit foundation, and their mission is to change the general public's perception about pit bulls, and they do this by first rescuing pit bulls, whether that be off the streets or in other shelters, as well as providing a no-kill shelter space until these animals are adopted. And lastly, they provide medical care to those that are wounded and sick until they are healed and able to become adopted. There are a million reasons why you should donate to the New York Bully Crew. However, today I'm going to only talk about 3. The first reason being that they rescue pit bulls, whether that be off the streets or from other shelters. Craig Fields is the founder of the New York Bully Crew. He founded the New York Bully Crew in 2010, which means he has dedicated 14 years of his life to rescuing pit bulls. Out of all the breeds that go into his shelter, the hardest one to adopt is a pit bull. Pitties Love Peace tell us that that is because of the breed's bad rep as well as individuals' undesired attention to these dogs. So many shelters across the nation will actually have a no adoption policy on pit bulls, and if you take them to the shelter, they will not even try to adopt the dog out. They also tell us that if you take an old pit bull to a shelter, because of the breed and age, the chances of the dog finding a loving and caring home are slim to none. They tell us that regardless of the dog's age, if you take a pit bull to a shelter, you're most likely, often than not, signing the pit bull's death warrant than anything. Fields is very aware of this fact, which is why he also goes to other shelters to save dogs. He went to Riverhead in New York City and saved this dog right here, Julia, from a shelter. She had been sitting in a shelter at that point for 2 years. That was in 2012. Fields told Riverhead News Review that he thinks every dog in that shelter is adoptable. He does not think that there is one in there that cannot be adopted. When he's talking about those dogs, he's specifically talking about the bully breeds. Cause IQ did a statistic report on the New York Bully Crew. They said that since 2010, the New York Bully Crew has rescued and saved over 4,000 pit bulls. That means they've put them into loving homes. I think that should be a testament to how dedicated they are to saving these pit bulls. Another reason I think that you should donate to the New York Bully Crew is because they provide a no-kill shelter space for these dogs until they are able to be adopted. What exactly is a no-kill shelter? A no-kill shelter means that shelter will do everything in its power to keep every animal that comes in alive. KUED tells us that there are 2 types of shelter, a traditional shelter as well as a no-kill shelter. A traditional shelter will euthanize animals with given circumstances that typically means if they are sick, severely sick, or very old, or there's no space, they will start to euthanize dogs. As well as a no-kill shelter. A no-kill shelter means that, again, the shelter will do everything in its power to keep any animal that comes in alive, wounded or sick or old. The New York Bully Crew actually identifies as a no-kill shelter. Fox 5 in New York did an article on the New York Bully Crew, and they say that, but since their policy is a no-kill shelter, that means some dogs will actually spend the rest of their life at the New York Bully Crew shelter. They say that they rather the dog spend the rest of their life there than give the dog to the wrong home. The New York Bully Crew even talks about how they go to other shelters, specifically traditional shelters, to save bully-looking dogs. Bark Post gives the statistic that 1.2 million dogs are euthanized every year in shelters. About 40% of those dogs are pit bull breeds. That means 500,000 pit bulls are euthanized every year. They also tell us that pit bulls are just far more likely, as you can tell, to be euthanized in shelters than any other breed. Fields, again, is aware of this, which is why he will go to other shelters to rescue pit bulls. And the last reason I think that you should donate to the New York Bully Crew is because they provide medical care to those that are wounded and sick. 4 years ago, One Green Planet did an article on a wounded dog that was found in Georgia. This is Smokey. The New York Bully Crew went to Georgia to rescue Smokey. As you can see, he is covered in attack wounds, in scabs, and scars. He had severely infected ears. And the New York Bully Crew could have decided that since he was not in New York, that they didn't have the means to save him. However, they went and did everything they could to save him. So once they got him, they took him to the vet and got him all the medical care that he needed. The One Green Planet says that thankfully Smokey is now on the road to recovery and is in the very capable hands of the New York Bully Crew, receiving all the love, care, and attention that he deserves. This is not the only case of the New York Bully Crew rescuing a wounded or sick animal. They refer to them as dire cases. There are currently 50 dogs on their website that are labeled as dire cases, meaning they are wounded or sick and in need of medical care. This is Chloe. Chloe is currently on the New York Bully Crew's website as a dire case. They found her, she's a 4-week-old puppy. They found her in an abandoned field in Miami. Somebody had just left her there to die because she cannot walk. So your donations today will go to the medical care of Chloe and other dogs, so she's able to receive medical care to hopefully find a way for her to walk. Once she is healed, or they get her to a place where she can, get a little bit better, they will move her to the adopted side of the website, and she will eventually go to a loving and caring home. Again, there are a million reasons why you should donate to the New York Bully Crew. Those, however, are just a few that I've shared with you today. When donating to the New York Bully Crew, you're donating to dogs like Chloe and Big Boy. Big Boy is also a dire case. He's in need of medical attention as well. You are helping the New York Bully Crew be able to provide funding for the shelter as well as the medical care. As you all know, vet bills are not cheap. So you're helping them be able to provide a no-kill space as well as keep rescuing dogs who are wounded and sick so they can go to a loving home. Even if you cannot give a lot or you cannot give every month, every donation that you can give will go to the New York Bully Crew and their mission to help save other wounded and sick dogs.